Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this quick conversation with Mr. O. Yours truly. I hope you had a very wonderful weekend and we are alive again. It's a Monday, a brand new day, brand new week. Another opportunity to make amends, correct the mistakes, and forge ahead in everything that you are doing. I had a good weekend, tired, but we still have to grind. So, share this video if you have not shared it already. Invite somebody. Let's have a quick interaction and learn together. All right? And learn together. It is very, very important we do that. Even the Bible tells us that learn to show thyself approved, a workman that is not ashamed. All right? So learning is good. Today, I just want us to touch on a very simple conversation, and I'm going to be very snappy with it. What are you made of? That is the topic for today. What are you made of? What are you made of? Are you made of straw? Are you made of paper? Are you made of gold? Are you made of diamonds? What are you made of? Are you made of copper? What are you made of? All right? Are you made of clay? Or you are just a cotton going through life? I asked this question for a very simple reason. Based on the post I made over the weekend, that not everything that goes through fire gets burned. I was having this conversation with somebody and said, look, fire is very destructive. All right? Very destructive, but is a good master. And I told the person that, but do you realize that not everything that gets, when a house is burning, not everything in that house gets burned. Okay? No, not everything. There are some things that are still preserved and others get burned to the ground. If you are in this part of the world, especially America and Europe and these places, their houses are made of wood, mostly. Yes. For those of us who are not aware, most of the houses you see on the television, looking elegant and beautiful and nice, most of them are made of wood. 90% of it. It's only a few of them that have these bricks, and their libraries, their schools, in fact, the outers are made of bricks and cement and block. But most of their residential houses are made of wood. That is why when there's fire, there are disasters, you see how it gets destroyed quickly. That is not to say, also based on their climate, they have to use these type of materials. Because if they try to use our kind of blocks that we use back home in Africa, think about it. When it's cold, it's absorbed into these cement blocks. And you know how freezing it can be to them. So there's so many reasons why they use the materials they use. Now, that is even not the topic. That is just something to explain what we are talking about. All right? Recently, there was a fire outbreak in Los Angeles. Pasadena area, the whole waterfront got burned by wildfires. Right? He his room and went to the closet where the closet was supposed to be located, and he got his ring intact. Okay? Intact. Others went back to pick their Bibles, so many things that they could pick that were not burned. Then the thought of it came to mind that, listen, it's not everything that goes through fire that gets burned. Some get refined. If you are a gold, you get refined. If you are a straw, you get consumed just like that. If you are a paper, you burn just like that into ashes. Is that okay? So it depends on what you are made of. For some of us, we go through life. Life, has its own fires. Life has its own fires, burning us at different levels. Okay? So it depends on the kind of fire you are going through in your life currently. That will determine if you will get burned or you will get preserved and you get refined. So sit down this week, sit down today, take your time, look at yourself, understand who you are, understand what you are made of. And now you can face life with a different attitude. If I want to talk about it in context of traveling, most of us travel with a paper mentality. Most of us travel with the cotton mentality. Most of us travel with a straw mentality. And we get burned easily because sometimes the fires may not be physical. Yeah. There are physical fires, not literally, but physical fires that will burn you. And there are psychological fires that will burn you. All right? There are emotional fires. Most of us are going through emotional fires. Some people are going through almost all the kind of fires that you can think of. I'm not going to mention them, but you can think of them. The emotional ones, the psychological ones, the financial fires. Some people are going through it as of now. Family fires. All right? But what you are made of will determine whether you will come out refined or you will come out as ashes. Yeah. What you are made of will determine whether you will come out as ashes or you will come out refined like a fine gold, like a fine precious metal. And what you are made of, sometimes you don't determine. But other times you have so much control over what you want to be made of. Yeah, genetically you could be made of straw. But as you grow, as you learn, as you experience life, you transition from being a straw, from being a wood, to just being a precious metal, gold, diamond, that has to get refined by going through the furnace. You understand? And how do you become that? It's another conversation for another day, because there are so many experiences, so many things that happen to you that should make you or should enable you to transition. For some people, they never get transition and they remain just as they were born. All right? But if you want to be able to withstand all the kind of fires in this life, then you need to start building all aspects of your life. Financially, you need to start learning techniques, tactics, the pros and the cons, the do's and the don'ts, the things that you need to understand. Read. If you want to be strong psychologically, then you need to also position yourself in that direction. All right? It is very, very, very important. Because if you don't, life hits you and that's it. Life hits you and that's it. We've seen some of our friends, we've seen some of our colleagues, we've seen our family people go through it and they don't recover. Some people are never able to recover from any of the fires that burn them. All right? I know friends, I know people who have gone through financial fires and they couldn't recover back because it was so tough. And because they were not made of good material, it hit them to the point that they were broken for years. It took the grace of God for them to recover. You understand? So I am just asking a very simple question. What are you made of? Sometimes you don't know yourself. All right? When I was back in Ghana, there was a statement we normally make. One of my friends, Donald, he would say, man, know thyself. Man, know thyself. It sounds like a cliche. It sounds like something simple. It sounds like just a jargon we use as boys. Man, know thyself. But if you think and you sit down and think about it, you ask yourself, do I know myself? Do I know what I can? You see, you go to the social media, people are giving commentary on everything. No, I don't comment on everything. They are giving commentary on everything that does not concern them. And they seem to be the experts in everything. They are experts in financial issues. They are experts in marital issues. They are experts in relationship issues. The people are talking and saying all kind of things. And in fact, they blame people, they judge people, they condemn them. So they are the same judge, they are the same jury, they are the same, how they call it, lawyer. They are the same everything. They deal with the case and they pass judgment on you and they condemn you to hellfire right there on social media. But trust me, some of these people, most of these people who are doing that, if certain things hit them, they will fall one time. Yeah, they will not be able to recover one time. But there they are, because social media is very easy and cheap. They talk. They begin to talk and say things. This guy, he should have done it this way. He should have done it. If it had happened to you, what would you have done? I was talking to a friend recently and I told him, listen, our forefathers and our ancestors, right? We can easily sit here in the present and condemn them, cast insinuations at them. My father, he married 15 women, and so we couldn't go to school, blah, blah, blah. Hey. We talk. And I tell people that, do you know the thing that you are condemning your father for? If those same circumstances were presented to you in this modern day, I'm not sure you could even pass even one of those tests. But because we have the freedom of social media, we try to castigate everybody. You watch and you listen to ladies blaming men. Hey, he left me. And he ha. If they become the men and they were presented with similar situations, I don't think they will be able to survive it. Yeah. So at a point in my life, I sat back and I said, what am I made of? I asked myself that question. It's a question I ask myself every day. When I'm faced with this situation, what will I do? Will my heart be able to contain? Will my mind be able to contain it? We can sit and look afar and say, if I were the president, I would do this one. If I was the president, I would sack these guys. If I were the president, I would do this. But upon second thought, I'm like, if I am really the president, do you think you will have that tenacity to do what you are saying you can do? Yeah, it sounds easy when you are not on the hot seat. Okay? It sounds very easy when you are not in the hot seat. But when you are faced with such situations, you realize that, oh, okay, it's not that simple. That is why people travel and come to this part of the world and they are like, oh, when we were in Ghana, we thought it was like this. We thought it was like this. We thought, oh, so it's not like that. Yeah. What are you made of? That is all. Try to understand yourself. Try to find out what you are made of. These emotional fires that others are going through and you are laughing and making noise about it. If I am the one to face those emotional fires, what will I do? It sounds simple if other people's beer are on fire. You know what to do. It sounds very simple because of hindsight. But ask yourself, if it's my beer that is on fire, what will I have done? If you can answer these questions sincerely to yourselves, then you can see yourself growing from one level to another. Growth in age, growth in every aspect of our life takes a lot of what? Learning and understanding of how or who you are. That is the best way to grow. But if you don't know who you are, your growth becomes stunted. You will think you are growing, but you are not. Maybe when you were 15, when you were in secondary school, you were made of straw. So anything could burn you. But you've gone through life. You've gone through school. You've gone through the school of life. You've learned a lot of things, a lot of lessons. These lessons are helping, or they are supposed to help you to transition from one state to another. But most people still remain in their original state. Yeah. That anger, that pain is still in your heart. That is not growth. That pain is still in your heart. And you are still bitter at life. You are still angry at somebody. If my brother had given me that money to go to school, your brother is not responsible for your school. No. Your brother is not responsible for your school. You understand? They can only help. Your friend is not responsible for feeding your family. No. They can only help if they want to. So if you ask them for money and they don't give you, don't be pissed off. Don't be angry. Take it. Ask yourself, what am I made of? I am made of gold. I am tough. I am a metal. I am a precious mineral. I can go through this situation. I can do this. I can handle this. You see somebody with a heart breaks. How can you let your heart be broken now? How can you? How can you? How can this boy break your heart? Such people, even the slightest of the sign of heartbreak, not even the heartbreak is the shadow. You see how the psalmist says, he said, even though I walk through the shadow of death. You are not even seeing death itself. You are just experiencing the shadow of it. Some people cannot even handle just a shadow, let alone the real thing. This businessman, why did he even do this one? If I had this 1 million, I would have invested it, I would have done this, I would have done this. They will give you that 1 million. And you see how, excuse my language, John you become. Oh yeah. Because it depends on what you see. And some people, unfortunately, shield or hide behind the mask of what they are really and truly made of. Yeah. People hide behind the toughness of screen, the toughness of social media, in order to hide their true identity or who or what they are made of. Some people are very weak, but yet they come out so strong for the world to think that they are what they are portraying to be. Okay? I'm not going to make it long. I just want you to sit down, think about it carefully. What am I made of? What am I made of? Financially, what am I made of? If I have $1 million right now, will I go mad? Will I collapse? Will I be confused? Will I spend anyhow? You see people spending their 1 million. They're going to club. They are going to buy beer. They are going to buy a house. They buy a car. Yeah, most of us, especially, excuse my language, the poverty mentality people. Some people are not poor, but they have poverty mentality. Yeah, some of you are not poor, but you have poverty mentality. You know the poverty mentality? Scarcity mentality. You assume that every money or everything the rich man gets, he should use it to help people. No. The rich man must help himself now. So you see a rich man, he goes to buy a Bugatti, or he has bought a McLaren F-150. Ford, he has bought something. He has bought some machine, a BMW, the M series. He has bought something. He has built a huge house. You sit back, all this money could have been used to help the poor. All this money could have been used to help those in the hospital. My brother, stop those poverty mentality talk. It is because you don't know what you are made of. That is why you talk like that. let that same money be given to you. Some of you will do bizarre things. Some of you will not even remember your family people. Some of us will just spend, and before somebody will wake you up, say, you are spending all this money. You say, are you sure? I say, but I have money. If I have 1 million, I'm spending 500,000. What is the big deal about it? It's nothing. 50,000 on a trip, it's nothing. I have 1 million now. I had a guy in Ghana those times when I was buying car for them, and we met one time, and he bought a car, right? He bought a car in the US. The car, he bought a brand new, like almost a rubber. It's not 0 mileage, but it was like, the mileage was like 1,000 miles. That was almost brand new car. And it was that was in 2017. It was a 2017 Mercedes Benz. Yeah, either C230 there that time. And it was fresh mint. And I'm like, why would you spend money over $20,000 to buy this car? Because I am doing the conversion, I am doing the calculation. And you know what the guy told me? He said, he said it jokingly, he said, Salah, if you had $500,000 and you are using 20,000 to buy a car, what is that? Look, that thing stuck with me. Every day I think about it. Yeah. He said, if you have $500,000 and you are using 20,000 to buy a car for yourself, for the hard work you have done, what is a big deal? I just shut up. I'm just like, okay, it's not a big deal. If you have 500,000 there, 20,000 is okay. Because I was thinking he didn't have much. So he was using all the money to buy a car. That was wrong. But the guy had that kind of money. So when he opened up, I kept quiet. Then he asked me, what would you have done? You know, like, he threw back the question to me, what would I have done if I was in that situation? And trust me, today, knowing what I know, having gone through the things that I've gone through, I can tell you that I will do even more. I would have walked the showroom and buy the 2025 Mercedes. Yeah. Machine, I would just buy it, just like that, pay cash. 30,000, 40,000, I'll just buy cash and pay. Buy one for my wife. Buy one for my daughter and put it in the garage. When she's 16, she can start driving. You know, that thought. Reward yourself first, then I'll start thinking of others. It will sound like, this guy is wasting money. But trust me. Trust me, when you get to that level, you realize that, that is sweet. Oh yeah, money is sweet. Doc. Oh yes, I was projecting my poverty onto him. I said, Opare, why will you buy this car when you have... He said, Salah, you have 500,000 and you're using 20,000 to just buy a nice machine for yourself. What is that? But because I had a scarcity mentality and financially, I didn't know what I was made of. Right? So it revealed my true nature. I said, oh, so this is what I am. This is who I am. I have a scarcity mentality. I have a poverty mentality. Then I'm like, snap it. I have to change. I have to change. Then I started growing, started understanding things, trying to get to that level, you know. And today, by the grace of God, I've gotten to a very, very mature level financially. Listen to me. I've matured financially. I have grown myself from a straw financial mentality close to a gold mentality. So when the fire hits me, I will not get burned. You understand? I will not get burned. Oh yes, you earn what you eat. Very simple. Today, I ask myself, there are days I sit down and said, if anything hits me financially today, what will I do? There are systems that are in place that I can easily tap into. I know, okay, I'm supposed to do this, do that. So you feel confident and you walk around. My brothers and sisters, ask yourself, what are you made of? What are you made of? What you are made of will determine how you behave, how you handle situations in certain situations and certain times when the reality hits you. Okay? I'll leave you to it. It's a long week. Take your time, sit down, do your analysis, and act in order to know who you are. I'm telling you, Doc, sometimes coming to America has taught me a lot, because America will test you, or some of these economies will test you at all levels. Yes. And there are people that I've met that have gone through certain fires, they couldn't recover. The relationship fire, some couldn't recover. The financial fire, some have gone through it, they couldn't get refined, they got burned. Yeah. The psychological and emotional fires, some went through it, some are in the hospital, they are broken because of what they were made of. At first they thought they were made of gold, but when the situation hits you, are like, what am I made of? Oh, am I really made of gold? No. You know yourself. You know that you are not made of gold. You are either a paper or a straw, or you are a wood. You can just get burned easily. I've gone through a lot of the fires already. Trust me. Not all the fires in the life, but I've gone through enough to help me to grow and to toughen myself and to get out of certain mentalities and position myself in certain ways. I've met people who talk big money. And I started talking big money when I was in Ghana, and people were like, when we are talking, you mentioned $1,000 as if it's something easy to get. And I said, but $1,000 is nothing. Because ever since the guy told me that, then my mindset changed. I transitioned from being a paper to a gold straight away. I said, no, I'm not going to let poverty, destroy my... You understand? Because the thing kept ringing in my mind. And I transitioned from one state to another. Right there. And I'm like, oh, this is how it feels. You meet people in the US, I talk to, financial gurus, people who are making sure, people who are commanding millions as if it's normal thing for them, you know? They said, oh, I just bought this last week for 800,000. And I'm like, huh? Then my eyes will pop up. But then, you appreciate it because, oh yeah, that's cool. We're talking about buying a house. And I said, oh, this house is costing 500,000. The other one is costing 800. And the person was like, so which one will look? I said, well, I'll go for 800. Look at the location. Look at the land size. Look at it. And the person was shocked. $800,000? That is too much. Oh. Hey, and I said, And I opened the app to it. I said, look at houses. Okay. I said, look at houses. Some people are buying 2 million, 4 million houses. And they are human beings. They are living in them. But because we were trained and conditioned to think in a certain way, as poverty, as as poor as we can think, we tend to believe that is how everybody should be. No. Don't project the state in which you are to anybody. No way. I'll leave it. Do your thinking, do your soul searching, sit down, see how you can move from one state to another. If you're a paper, your dream should be that you want to get to at least a wood. Wood takes time to burn. Wood takes time to burn. I will, Doc. Wood takes time to burn. So at least if you are not anything, be a wood. Then you can work on yourself to get to the metal level where when you go through fire, you rather get refined and not burned. And the last thing I want to say is, if I have to go through the fire to get refined, you don't have to go to the fire to get refined. Some people will have to go through water to get refined. So you choose what will make you tough, will make you strong, and will refine you. The furnace is not made for everybody. You are not Shadrach, you are not Abednego. Eh? You are not those three boys. Choose well and make sure, no matter what you choose, make sure you get refined. But don't also ever think that everyone that goes to the fire get burned. Oh, we are all in the same fire. We all get burned. Me, I don't have money, so I believe everybody does have money. No. The fact that you are struggling financially does not mean everyone is struggling financially. Do not project your poverty and your state of mind to anybody. We are all different. Find what will refine you and make sure you become a good material that when you get through your refining process, you don't diminish. Because in the refining process, a lot of people diminish. Thank you. And I appreciate your time. Please share this video to everyone and let's all learn. And I want to see your comments in the comment section and let's interact. Okay? Let's interact. If you have any questions, you can put it there. And please, those of you in the US, in the UK, in wherever, if you want to send money back home, use the AfriX app. The AfriX app. Use that app. You will get a cashback. You are sending money and you are still getting paid for sending money. It is a sweet spot to be. All right? Use my promo code Mr. O, MRO, simple, Mr. O. And you will get a cashback on whatever you send to your family and friends anywhere in the world. In fact, in Africa, you can send money from Kenya to Ghana, from Ghana to Kenya. You can do that. In fact, somebody in Ghana can send money to you in the US using the wallet on the AfriX app. So the person can put the money in your wallet and the person can withdraw the money from here. So it is two ways, downstream and upstream. Very, very good app. And please share with your friends. Tell those people here. Every family member, tell them that download the AfriX app. It's some small blue app with the A. You've seen it on my pages. And encourage them to use the AfriX and get cash back on it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a blessed day. Adios.